Hey guys, welcome to RockLight Hiking. This is Rock, and I'm going to do a gear review today on my GossamerGear LT4s. These are the trekking poles that I use. They are the version without the strap. There's a LT4S that comes with the strap, weighs a little bit more. I personally do not like straps. I think they could cause some damage if you did fall or something like that. So I got the version without. They weigh 4.1 ounces with just the trekking pole. If you add the basket, this adds an extra 0.4 ounces. So I'm going to just go over the basic mechanics of this trekking pole and what I like and what issues I've ever had, if any, from using this pole. So what this pole does, like say this for storage, you want to keep this apart. Make sure it's clean. You want to keep this part clean. And what this has is a screw that does not move. It's a Phillips head screw, but it probably goes down in here to somewhere down there. And the only thing that moves is this little gasket on top of this brass fitting. And what it does, whenever you screw it down, it mushrooms this rubber out, which holds your pole. So if you put the pole together, it goes together. You set your height that you want, and then all you do is you twist it like so. And it does, I've never had them collapse on me. As far as just hiking down the trail, I use them for my duplex. So I will hike with them at a certain level, then I'll also change it at night when I set up my tent, raise them up just a little bit for my duplex tent. And so it does have pressure on it constantly. It does come with this little gasket down here on this end. And what this is for is if you have a tent that you set your poles up upside down pretty much. So if you had to set your pole up with your tent where it holds the tent up with this point, this keeps the water from draining down into the mechanism down here and rusting it out or anything like that, which is brass, so it shouldn't have any problem with that anyways. But I've never had to use it. This ring just kind of stays on there, so I just leave it on there. It does come with a kit when you buy them, and I believe it has, I know it has one of these rings. I'm not sure if it has another one of the gaskets for your brass fitting or not. All in all, this is a great trekking pole to me. They're super light, which is great for me. I've never had, they are carbon, so imagine if you're really clumsy with your trekking poles. You know, if you were like hiking through rocks, you could break these ends. They have replaceable parts, so if you did break that, you could get a replaceable tip. I think you have to send them back to replace the actual carbide tip or whatever's on here. But you can buy this top section, just this section. They will rehandle them for you, or either you can do it yourself. I can't remember. I'd have to check that out. But all in all, this is a great ultralight trekking pole. I have nothing but good reviews to say on this. The only issues I've ever had with this GossamerGear pole, the LT4, is it's been cold before, and overnight it's like the rubber, it should shrink on the rubber, but that's what it does, yeah. So at night, or if it gets really cold, if I just have them sitting out and I'm, ready to tighten them up, sometimes they won't tighten. And what it is because this is backed all the way up somehow or another, and it won't grip itself again. So it'll just be turning on itself, and it just never gets tight. So what I do is I pop them off, and I grab this and just twist it just a little bit, slide it back together, and then they're good to go. They're ready to tighten back up. I love these trekking poles. I know they are a little bit expensive, but they're the lightest poles and the best poles, I feel like, for the weight ratio. I would recommend these poles to anyone that's looking for an ultralight trekking pole. Like I said, as long as you're not like crazy clumsy and you know you're going to be falling 100 times, and as long as you're careful with your gear and you treat your gear good, I would definitely recommend these hiking poles to anybody. Like I said, these are the LT4s. If you have any comments or anything like that, leave them below and I will answer any questions you have on any of these gear reviews. Make sure you subscribe to my videos, And thank you for joining in, and I hope you have a great day.